here's today's ramblings as I go on my walk. Just needed some cool down time since I've been wearing neoprene the last few days and it's really blazing me. When life comes at you, what do you do with your attitude? And by life, what I mean is when you've failed, when you've tried and you've failed at something big, something that has impact, something that has consequences. What's your attitude? How do you move forward? Say you don't have the money that you think you should have. You don't have the job that you want to have. You don't have the dream coming true right now, right this second that you want. How do you frame every single day going forward, knowing that truth, knowing the reality that you don't have the things that you want or the things that you're working towards or the things that you're affirming to yourself that you'll get? What is your attitude? Are you going to be angry? Are you going to blame? Are you going to point the finger at other people and, well, they're the reason that I can't do this and they're the reason that this isn't happening, or if I just had what they have, I'd be so much better off? Are you angry? Are you frustrated? And if you are, you can be angry and frustrated, but is your attitude an attitude that will set you up for success in the future? Or is it an attitude that will help you continue to fail in the same areas? I say this from a lot of personal experience. I spent a lot of time blaming other people for my shit and blaming the circumstances around me and the things going on around me and being very angry because I didn't have things the way that I thought that I was entitled to have them. And I didn't have the money I wanted or the freedom I wanted or the job that I wanted or the gym that I wanted or whatever it was. And the truth is, I missed out on a lot of life, because I was so consumed with the inequities of the world and the inequality in life and how I just wasn't dealt the right deck of cards or whatever. Lots of excuses. And what it boiled down to was I was unwilling to look at myself, look where I was responsible, look at my shortcomings, and realize that if I didn't fix those, and if I didn't learn from the past failures, and I didn't grow beyond those, I wouldn't even like myself as a person. And the truth is, I hated myself for a long time and put it on other people and blamed it on other people and all that. But it's an interesting thought when you're going through life and you're not thinking, you're not looking inside. I don't mean taking yourself and putting yourself under a microscope every 3.5 seconds. I'm talking about genuine introspection, genuine interoception, where you look inside, where you listen to what your heart wants, where you listen to what your subconscious is telling you in your dreams, when you listen to what your gut feels you should do, and then you follow that. Instead of listening to, well, this is what the world says you should do. This is what society thinks is success. This is what happiness looks like. This is what you have to do if you really, really want to be that top of the pinnacle, mountain, whatever person that's really just taking life by the horns. And the truth is, you have to love yourself enough to get rid of all those things in your mind and get rid of the plague of the voices that tell you that you're doing it wrong, that you're not living up to the standards, that you're not doing what you should be doing today. You know, there's a attitude in the world or in the entrepreneurial whatever group that talks about, oh, quit your job and follow your dream and chase your dream, and you don't need to worry about getting a job or holding a job down. You can chase your dream and it's going to work out so well. And if you start off in a rich family with a trust fund, you can probably quit your job, do your thing, follow your dream. But in my opinion, there's something so irresponsible about quitting your job, not having enough money to live on, and having to depend on the grace and the kindness of other people to feed you, to house you, to keep you in clothing, instead of taking the responsibility to put in the work and to grind, to put in the work and to put in the time to save up the money to do what you really want to do. I'm not saying stay in the dead-end job. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is be responsible. Save up the money, have a dream, have a passion, but know that just because you don't quit your job tomorrow, because you stick with it for a year or 5 years or 10 years, you are going to be better off, and you will have learned along the way the process of putting your head down and working towards something and having that feeling of accomplishment instead of it just being handed to you. Because there is nothing free in this world. It all costs something, whether it's time, whether it's money, whether it's happiness, whether it's your emotional health, whether it's your physical health. Everything is going to cost something. We can't get back our time. Most people, by the time they get to where they want to be, they can't get back their health. A lot of people never have emotional health, never have emotional maturity or intelligence to get back. So they spend money and they spend whatever. The truth is that if you're willing to take the lessons that every single day is trying to teach you, if you're willing to take those lessons, chances are you're going to be better off for it. Chances are, if you're actually learning, if you're actually listening to what your heart is telling you, to what your gut is telling you, to what your subconscious is trying to get to across to you, and to what hopefully your raising and your nurturing tells you, hopefully you will find value in life beyond the money, beyond the dreams, beyond whatever it is. And the truth is, what I'm finding is that the more that I believe that I am actually worth the stuff that I want, I'm actually worth having those things, I'm actually worth the dream house, I'm worth the dream job, I'm worth the dream gym, I'm worth a family, I'm worth people that love me for who I am instead of hating me for the spiteful truth that I send their way, or the hurtful comments that I've said in the past, or bad behavior, whatever it is. The goal is, every day, continue focusing and refocusing your attitude every single day, having a better outlook, a more positive outlook every single day. Because if you can do that, even when life is really not going your way, even when it seems as if there is not light at the end of the tunnel, at the end of the day, every day, if you can find something right with the day, you'll feel better, you'll sleep better, you'll digest your food better, you'll have a better workout. Whatever it is that you want to do at the end of the day, it will be better. Don't quit learning. Don't bury your head in the sand. Don't pound carbohydrates and eat sugar and drink coffee to cover up what's actually happening inside. Listen to what your body is telling you. Because this glorious mortal coil that we were given is speaking to us all the time. And if you stop and you listen to it, and you ask it questions, and you help it to communicate what it wants to communicate, you will find out so much more about yourself, and through that, so much more about the world around you. Anyway, those are my random thoughts. Hopefully that helps you out. Hopefully it gives you some kind of hope to go forward. Keep your attitude up. It's like when you're out walking in nature, keep your head up. Don't look at the ground. Look up. See what lives around you. See what grows around you. It's beautiful. If you put your head down, you're going to miss it.